Hello my Cancer friends, I hope you're all doing well. This is Guiding Halo and this is going to be a reading about what Spirit wants you to know for the week of the 8th to the 15th of September. I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you're finding lots of great things online to listen to and to encourage you, and lots of great readers to inform you of which step to take next and how best to hold your heart in the highest regard. Let's see what's going on for you guys and see what message we can get from Spirit. A message that Spirit has for you about which trajectory you're going on and how best to handle it. We'll see if it comes up as love or money or what it comes up as. Let's see what the Divine's got for my Cancer friends, please. Ooh, Six of Summer, children or childhood. So someone's thinking about the past, possibly dealing with a parental figure, thinking about when you were a child, or dealing with your own children. Sometimes in dealing with your own children, that's what happens. You start thinking about the past. The return of people or romances from the past, remembering events differently, in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. So someone has a false idea of how their childhood was, or yeah. And it could be because someone coming back into your life fills you in on a different trajectory of how they thought things went. Isn't that interesting? We have the Two of Pentacles. I'm thinking that balance is going to be coming after a very turbulent time, and perhaps this person coming from the past is going to help with that. We have Empress energy here. This could be about a mom, a mother talking to you about the past, or about your childhood, or about things that you thought were awesome, or things that you thought happened that were wrong, and that perhaps those things didn't actually happen as you remember them to have happened. Ten of Pentacles, beautiful. Balance coming to your finances. Unemotional, very matter-of-factly so, I might add. It's like I sit there hearing you guys say, yeah, I knew that would happen. I put in the work, I put in the time, I put in the effort. It should happen. So why wouldn't it have? Healing. Getting this card out a lot today. Someone not exactly sure which way to move forward. Although you're looking confident, I don't necessarily think you're feeling very confident. Is it a fake it till you make it scenario, my Cancer friends? Is that what you have planned? Could be dealing with the Queen of Pentacles, someone who's very grounded, someone who has possibly their own business, they're self-employed, worked very hard to bring the stability about for them. Perhaps there's a relationship here that's being affected by finances due to what a mother, due to perceptions about how you were raised and what money is about and how it should be fair, just, and balanced. And there's a misperception here that could be affecting your love life or your work life. Definitely your financial gain in some way, shape, or form. So there could be also a lawyer who's, I'm going to take this one because it fell in my lap. There could also be a lawyer who is working on this one, I guess, because it just popped out just like that. I was going to say a lawyer who's working on an inheritance from a mother who's passed away towards a earth energy person, and perhaps there's infighting in the family about this money that is supposed to be handed to said person, but there's a whole lot going on here in the background that's not coming to fruition due to this infighting. All right, so balance needs to be had based on an Empress's financial situation. Fairness, just, balanced decisions, weighing out the pros and cons. This King of Swords does not wield his sword or use it until he has figured out what's fair and just for everybody. There needs to be healing in this situation. Healing with finances, healing in the job, and healing in what's balanced and fair in your life. So perhaps it's about taking a time out after a heartbreaking scenario, after a situation that's really taken its toll on you. You've had to pull these 3 swords out of your heart, the sword of hope, faith, and trust. I think those are very hard words for someone to hear right now, for my Cancer friends. Holding your sword down here, it's kind of like you have your sword of truth. You have it beside you at all times. But it seems to me you're focusing on still the 3 of Swords energy. Trying to find clarity, trying to find balance, being unemotional about it, putting your heart aside, possibly to focus on this situation with business, finance, or an inheritance that's being left behind. So children or childhood, perhaps the return of people or romance from the past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. So perhaps that you remember someone you see perhaps while you're out is someone from your past, and you remember things a lot worse in trajectory than that person does, or it could be the opposite. They remember it worse than you do. Someone in this circumstance, regardless, has balance about the times that were had. Balance coming here that's brought healing to certain somebody, whether that's you or somebody else. There's 3 people here, 3 energies here. This is typically somebody who can be older than you, possibly, like I said, a mother figure. Could be a boss, a CEO. Could also be a manager of a place. This is a master manifester, someone who can snap their fingers and it comes to them instantly. They're very much in control of their surroundings and how things work, but they do it in a fair and just way, trying to leave emotion out of it if at all costs. But look at this in the background here. These emotions are just going cray-cray. The waters here, emotional waters, are in absolute turbulence. Juggling a lot, dealing with a lot, for sure. This King of Swords could be dealing with, like I said, finances between 2 women. And how this is all going to pan out is going to be a trajectory of possibly balance that comes from this person, through this person. Now, if this is a gift that's been left for somebody here and the right person is not getting that gift, this person is going to make sure that happens. All right. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality into it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe you do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so much. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. So this is a gift or something that's being orchestrated by the divine. Could be coming through an older woman, a mother figure, a boss, a CEO, somebody who you've helped in some way, and I'm not even sure you're aware of it really and truly, but it's brought some healing to them in some fashion. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. Card number 20. I'm going to read this from the book. If that offends you, you don't have to listen. Card number 20. This comes as an ally and a challenger, so it gives you a view from both perspectives, and you can take whichever it is that resonates with you. The Lady of the Gifts brings a message of tithing. To be your ally, she requires you to look at the nature and method of your giving to others. The world is your church, and you only need to distribute 10% of your wealth to others to ensure that the flow continues. Yet, this doesn't necessarily mean giving money away, nor does it imply a direct action of charity, even though the tradition of tithing is material. In fact, the kind of tithing the lady asks of you isn't tangible or material at all. She's asking you to look at all human beings as important in the divine scheme of things and show others that you believe in them. Pay attention to how you treat people and be mindful of your perception, even of seemingly poor strangers. If you see others as successful and abundant and act as if you believe they have value, blessings all around are assured. Your belief in others has greater value than you could fathom. This alone guarantees your success long term. Remember that you can only keep what you're willing to give. Challenger, the Lady of the Gift says that the act of withholding isn't welcome in her world. In fact, withholding information is another way to lie. Are you doing this? Perhaps someone is doing it to you. Withholding something in order to keep you manipulated and controlled so you believe deep down you're not quite good enough. Now is the time for you to address the concept of withholding. If you see this in any aspect of your life, it's time for a change. Giving to others with the idea of getting something in return is also being warned against here. The best way out of this mire is to give with honesty and with an open heart and without expectation. The Lady of the Gift challenges you to be generous and compassionate. You can always start again. So if someone's trying to give you a gift here, you need to be open to receive back from the universe. And it's entirely possible that it's this person's soul contract to be able to give this gift to you. And if you don't allow them to, then you are the one who is denying their soul contract, the soul contract that you signed up for. Okay, keep that in mind when someone wants to give something to you. If you say, oh, no, that's okay, that's okay, you actually deny that person very entirely and possibly so, that point on their map of destiny that they have come to in trajectory to give this gift to you to help their past life karma, to help what they're going through in this life, to help their soul's growth. So do not deny a gift someone is giving you. And if someone denies you the opportunity to give, then give to somebody who will not deny you. All right, my friends, I hope this resonates. Blessings to you, and I hope you have an incredible week.